So the Duke family may have a meticulously maintained historical site, but my family has a movie, a Hollywood movie, and I set out to learn more about it.
ما موقعی میتونیم یک قضاوت تقریبا نسبی درستی داشته باشیم نسبت به یک موضوع که بتونیم تضادها و تعارضهای اون هم بهش آگاهی کامل و تحقیق کافی در مورد اونها داشته باشیم و بتونیم دو طرف در واقع یک سکه رو دیده باشیم و بعد قضاوت بکنیم. یک روش دیالکتیکی وجود داره، یعنی شما نه تنها ایده خودتون رو مطرح میکنین بلکه متضاد اون رو هم در خود فیلم قرار میدین.
The noted film theorist and historian Vlada Petric has been invited to deliver a lecture here, and I want to talk to him about Bright Leaf. I'm hoping he'll call it a minor classic, one that's been unfairly neglected.
You can use it or you can discard it. Let's try it. If it's not good, you don't use it. Well, let's go here. You know that I adore low-angle shots, well-seen shots. So why don't you sit here, please? Let's try. Why don't you sit here? This is a wheelchair. Oh. Now you have some, see? Like this.
Vlada, is this really necessary?
Well, I like unnecessary things because only from unnecessary things in art you can expect something unexpectedly to occur, something special. Okay, you see. No, I think it's now good. So, can you tell me why did you invite me? Why do you need me in your documentary film? I have nothing to do with Caroline.
Because you're a film historian. You come here to do a lecture.
Yes.
On film theory, and I have a film that I'm very interested in, Bright Leaf, and I want to know what you think of it.
Well, let me continue with this. To be your grip. Is that how you call the guy who's moving? Grip. So, okay, I like that. Yes. So what is most important? All these devices which are interesting per se, like composition of the shot, like high photography, lighting, using of the foreground, background, they are not successfully integrated. That is the most important word, I think, in cinematic art. They are not successfully integrated with the narrative, because this is a narrative film. So I think it remains separate, you know, in contrast to Orson Welles' The Magnificent Ambersons, where these long tracking shots are so powerful, you know. They reveal something not about the environment or these facades of the building or trees, clouds, but they somehow express what is going on within the characters, what is the essence of their conflict. He didn't succeed that, you know. Curtis simply didn't have cinematic vision.
I'll admit that due to my excitement about discovering Bright Leaf, I may have been somewhat blind to its artistic limitations, like this cheesy rise to success montage. But still, I think Professor Petric is missing my point.
Why you are so attached to that film? What prompted you? How you found it? And why you are so interested that you want to make an entire film? Is the film about that film, or?
Well, no, because Gary Cooper plays the role of my great-grandfather.
So what?
Well, it's become an example of a fiction film becoming a documentary, a kind of home movie for me.
How are you going to incorporate the sequences from Bright Leaf? There will be two different textures, two different styles. Karl Freund's photography is expressionistic, don't you think?
Yes.
And your film, as I'm doing it now, you know, is less expressionistic. It's more documentary, spontaneous, like Vertovin, you are shooting. We haven't really prepared all this, you know.
Well, why are you pushing me in a wheelchair, Vlada?
Well, I want it to be kinesthetic, you know. That's the most important in my quote-unquote theory of cinema, that every shot must be kinesthetic, and not only because to move, but that movement has somehow to reveal, expand, and enhance what we are doing. And it has. I feel very kinesthetic. Very kinesthetic. My whole body is working. Imagine if everything will be now. You wanted me to do this whole interview like this, you know? You wanted to do it in the theater. We even rented the theater. That would be boring. But anyway, that's kinesthetic. It means when you watch images, and I hope that viewers who are going to see this, what we are doing now, that they will feel kinesthetic, that they will feel something in their body, in their muscles, what Vorkapich calls kinesthesia, that will not be simply like a roller coaster, you know. I can throw you now into this into this hole, and that would be kinesthetic. But I think that this decision.
As we circle the block for the 5th time, I find myself wondering how I managed to get myself in this situation, bound in a chair and lectured at close range by a rabid film theorist.
But there are documentaries who succeed, you know, to transcend direct photographic recording of an event, however interesting. It has one element, cinematic, I would say, which is ontological authenticity, on which you insist so much. That everything real, authentic, and that they believe that that happened, as Verto said, that it's life as it is, caught unawares, events in everyday life caught unawares. But then what you do with it?